Hello Internet and welcome back to more Kirby Superstar Ultra. In the last episode, we began heading through the galaxy in order to stop the sun and the moon from fighting by collecting all the different dream fountains from all these different stars. I'm curious as to where these stars are because there's other stars in Kirby 64, like Rockstar, and that's the only other one I know because I've never beaten Kirby 64. Is Cavious Rockstar? Because I don't think so. I'm just confused as to where these all are in relation to that. Like Shiver Star, looks like Earth. Whatever. Let's start right off with Cavious. Cavious is one big maze. Also, its name changed between the remake and the original release of Kirby Superstar Ultra. It used to be known as Cavios, which kind of sounds cooler than Cavious, honestly. Cavious just kind of sounds like a bad Pokemon. Beat Chef Kawasaki there. And get hit on the rebound by that cutter. That's great. There are a few abilities that we need to collect in this maze before we move on to the next room. And yes, it's a maze. There's a lot of mini-bosses in it. You get Bomb Kirby by defeating Poppy Bros Jr. there. This can serve as a walkthrough if you want to know where to get all these abilities, but honestly, you'd be better off just looking at a walkthrough or like a guide map. Because I am getting all the abilities, but I don't have this area memorized, so yeah. Who's the boss here? Iron Man. This isn't going to give us anything. We can drop bombs from above, which is actually something cool you can do with Bomb Kirby. Never thought I'd see the day. There we go. That was a cool way to defeat her, actually. I've judged Bomb Kirby far too harshly. Yeah, okay. If we head here, and then forward a little bit, we have Bonkers. And judging by what's in the room after this, I bet you can guess what we're gonna get from defeating him. For defeating Bonkers, Hammer Kirby. So you know how I said that the reason Hammer Kirby has some drawbacks is because this has a long startup and using Hammer Throw gets rid of the hammer? Well, we have infinite hammer throws. This makes Hammer the best ability in Kirby Superstar Ultra, hands down, in terms of doing raw damage. Plasma would otherwise be the best just because, like, it does so much damage, with the only drawback being that you have to, like, destroy your fingers in order to charge it up. But yeah, no. Infinite hammer throws? Yes, please. Look how much that did to Bugsy. And we can do that as many times as we want. That's just so powerful. And you better believe I'm going to be abusing the hell out of it. Although I'm actually not, because, again, using the abilities as I get them in Milky Way Wishes. So what we want to do is use our hover to get above here. And then the current will help us swim down here in time in order to get through this door and get Rock Kirby. We won't be abusing the hell out of the infinite hammer throw. Mostly. Like, we're going to be using Rock right now, obviously, because we just got Rock. There is a time when we will use the infinite hammer throw. Maybe. Wham Bam Rock. This is not a great fight for Stone Kirby, honestly. But that's fine. Crushing with Stone Kirby does more damage than just running into something and going stone for him. Okay. But the unlimited invincibility frames are helpful. That was my favorite statue. I like when he just turns into a buff real man. Alright. And that's Cavios, or Cavious, depending on your preference. Next up, Meichai. One of the coolest names for a planet, but also it reminds me of the Mechon from Xenoblade. Let's start off with Hammer. Stone has had its time, but now it's Hammer time. Oh wait, that's an actual thing, isn't it? Okay, that's funny. Let's not get ourselves electrocuted. I am going to say, don't abuse Hammer Toss where you don't need it. Hammer can easily deal with enemies without the need to use Hammer Toss. I just completely missed the 1-up and the Maxim Tomato. That's embarrassing. Okay. What ability am I looking for first here? I did not read my notes ahead of time for this planet, so... Something tells me it will be through this door. Yep. We head all the way down here and avoid all the yo-yos. I wonder what we'll get. Yo-yo Kirby. Awesome. And... Yep, looks like that is the first one. I finally actually bothered to look at my notes. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Similar to Great Cave Offensive, I don't want to have to backtrack here. So... Okay, what direction do I have to go? Looks like I missed a switch, which is probably important. Looks like there's no current at the very edge of the room. That's good. Blew up the floor. Which... I don't know. I almost said I wonder how much Meta Knight's gonna have to pay for that, but this isn't the halberd. It just looks exactly like it. This is a planet. This is like Coruscant. Where like the whole planet is one giant city. Which doesn't make any sense, because was it always a city? Did it used to have nature on it? I think Coruscant used to have nature on it in Star Wars. I'm not gonna go into Star Wars lore here. So my notes say that each of these rooms has a mini-boss, one of them has a power, and it's not going to tell me what one. I know one of these leads to the boss, but one of them apparently is hoarding a Copy Essence Deluxe in its apartment. That's my headcanon, is that these are all these enemies' apartments and we're just breaking in and destroying them. Which is kind of disturbing, honestly. Why would you do that, Kirby? We have it pretty easy here, though. Chef Kawasaki. Oh, he got me. And now he's throwing plates at me. Awesome. Who's in here? Bugsy. I don't think it's gonna be Bugsy. Bugsy has been hoarding a lot of them. By that I mean one. But, you know. Bugsy is one of the mini-bosses we fought the most. I don't really want to believe that Bugsy would keep it from me. We've grown so close over all our fights. Poppy Bros Jr. Maybe? I don't think they would give it to... Yeah, no. Okay. Who's next? Bonkers, you are the one who is hiding the boss door. Yep. We could head through that to fight the boss now, but there are rooms that are even further up. Iron Man, you are the one. Plasma Kirby. We now have all the really hard-hitting abilities. We want to use Plasma to destroy these guys and break a bomb block through the wall to get 3 1-ups and a Maxim Tomato. Not bad. And now we can head on to fight Heavy Lobster. Oops, spoilers. Plasma's not bad to fight Heavy Lobster, honestly. Again, the Plasma Shield is really good. It makes it so your guard is even better. And it just hurts enemies for, like, getting close to it. As you can see. It's doing a pretty sizable amount of damage, too. Like... That's a good chunk of his health gone. If he could go away, I can just finish him with shooting the shield. There we go. Alright, not bad. Alright, there were only 2 power-ups here, and the same goes for the last planet, Half Moon. God, the last planets in these games are really making me happy using Revenge of Meta Knight music. It's like Sakurai himself knew I would like that. I don't like that people like always credit Sakurai entirely for like Sakurai's games. Not because I think Sakurai doesn't work hard, because he does. He is like one of the hardest working people in the gaming industry. But like other people worked on this. He didn't make all the art and music and everything. But this is the last like mainline Sakurai directed Kirby game, I believe. I know he directed Kirby Air Ride, but is that really main series? There's not really even a story to that one. It's just kind of everybody has a flying vehicle, except King Dedede and Meta Knight. They can handle themselves. Although I think King Dedede rides on Wheelie in that game, doesn't he? Whatever. I'm gonna use Yo-Yo to break this to get in this door and get Mirror Kirby. There's 18 out of 19 copy abilities collected. I said I was gonna stick to Mirror. But also I need to get Hammer I need to use Hammer or Stone to break that peg, so why not? We'll use Hammer for a little bit until I'm confident that there are no more of these to, like, flatten. Food down here, is that a 1-up or a... Why is there a Maxim Tomato? Who is taking damage here? If you're using the mine cards, you definitely haven't. Okay, we'll switch back to Mirror now. So going through this path, if you're careful, you don't need to use the Warp Star, and there is food and stuff to collect along the way down. This level is really cool. I love the aesthetic with all the stars being like the ground and everything. Between Superstar Ultra and Superstar, a lot of tile sets got updated where they look entirely different between the two games. A lot of examples are in Revenge of Meta Knight and Great Cave Offensive. But I'm pretty sure this one has actually remained mostly consistent from the SNES, and I think that's really cool. I'm not going to stop using Mirror because of your bullying, Iron Man. Although Mirror is genuinely not really a fun ability, if you ask me. I'm not a big fan of a lot of the copy abilities that you get in the early game. I used to be. Beam used to probably be my favorite, honestly. I'm gonna keep using Mirror. I keep wanting to switch back to Hammer, because in my test playthrough I used Hammer for pretty much everything. But I said in my notes that I should use abilities as I get them, just so I can showcase them for like a decent amount of time before I actually get to use my personal favorite, which is Hammer. Our final ability, Ninja. And with that, that is every copy ability collected. Or every Copy Essence Deluxe collected, rather. We don't have a copy ability except for the copy. Got a 1-up here, and look. I know that I have, like, horrendously underutilized Ninja throughout this series, but this boss is funny with Hammer. One-shot him, that's great. Evil Knight, that's nice. He gets the first attack, that's great. And he raises his shield in defense. That's nice. That actually didn't do as much as I thought it would. Okay. His defense is no joke, apparently. That did more. And we can get 2 in one cycle. If he doesn't guard first turn, you can one-cycle him. Great Dragon. Game lagged because I was too close to him when I used the second one, but we can 2-cycle this one. In theory. If I'm fast enough. Yep. There we go. Kirby defeated all the enemies. Gained 137 experience, not that it matters. Maturity went up by 4. No, it didn't. Squishiness went up by 1. Eye Sparkle went up by 2. That's important. Your puffiness went up by 1. Your courage went up by 2. Your love went up by 1. That's also still a bad thing in Undertale, but okay. With that, the Nova has appeared to us. Galactic Nova. Ready. I will grant you one wish.
Well, I want to control Popstar.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
I did it. It all went according to plan. I got the sun and moon to fight. I got you to go into space. It was all according to my perfect little plan. So now Popstar is mine. All mine. Now I can cause all the mischief I want. See you later.
Next time on Kirby Superstar Ultra. The sun and the moon have united again to stop the Nova from going to Popstar. That's awesome. We are going to be destroying the Galactic Nova. And hopefully taking on Marx, who betrayed us. He was so cute, and yet so evil. See you guys then.